there he still is.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
The tracks are as they have ever been, a bit more worn perhaps. Fortunately, the street...
Ace, get down. Ace. Alright, let's see what's popping in here. Bottle of rum been knocked over.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? Sweet Lord, a whole hour. And you haven't thought about rum and lemonade in all that time? You've truly extinguished all trace of yourself.
Alright.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking.
Wow.
Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade into yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain. What happened, man? You used to be cool.
That's cool.
Go get your drink on and your act together.
Man, got problems.
A
Stop!
colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch.
Oh my gosh, 1 second.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
Alright. On the counter.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who runs and operates the harbor. Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
You've just picked up some magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait.
Alright.
Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
Gotcha.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
I'm sorry, man. I'm probably gonna need this later.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather bound.
I'm not a thief, but
The man emits
I already
a
got some
loud
issues,
snore.
so I might
Is
as
he
well.
about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. It's yum yum, money. Think of all the things you can buy with. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
I ain't gonna wake him up, man. Especially if I already stole from him. That's just wrong. I'll talk to this manager.
Can I help you? Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling and...
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and...
I thought as much. And are you the only party with a...
Well, yes. Us and the garbage...
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What do you need them for?
Bro, you're doing a lot.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Okay. That seems like
What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll...
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Another thing. Great. I love that. What are you, a cook now? That's none of
that's
your
what I figured. I
business.
don't need to go in there.
He wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could... Fine. Okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Okay.
Yes? Absolutely out.
Absolutely in the question.
Alright. So now we got the keys. We stole that. Let's go see about this cash controller.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Ace. Ace.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. So you've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows. the methodology in your fingers. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Baptiste Soleil, Syria. Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool,
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar mark, blue jeans. Pockets, empty. Or empty. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored.
This is a military type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lead was
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple, nothing. What's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash? Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see.
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man, only in its social sense.
You've acquired an...
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
Volumetric ship compressor.
Wow, that's an interesting.
Bizarre
picture.
scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials.
Wow. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty, with your hands at your sides and your...
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders.
No.
The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick, delicate, and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. And these are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a large.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is what under the heel. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. For a full set, about 4...
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 rial, unadjusted for rank.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot. That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt. His torso covered in tattoo. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties them. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under.
Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso,
Ace.
from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. His corpse is marked by stars, alcohol, and heartbreak.
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle.
So am I.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword.
A Trigger Sunshine.
Triggered is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices.
Shit, Kuno!
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour on.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it once.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. So here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Protruding comically from their sockets, dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Coppo. Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west. What do you mean? It's the power of you mad. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You come back later, Corpo.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably Harry. You can be anything you want, brother Corpo, because you have. Come back later, Corpo, and meet.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt like chicken on a skewer.
We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down. Climb up there and there has to be a less risky way. With less
I feel like I need something up here, some intellect. Let's try this.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic boards, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? It's a metaphor below the pathetics. Terror. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you want. Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. All you have to do is shake it off with your finger and voila! An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. Looks like an official mark, made to be low visibility outside.
What? That thing. It's a halogen watermark. We use it for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my...
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do. All RCM vehicles have had lights designed to reveal halogen watermarks. Mine too.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard in your hand, it's a sorry sight. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines forming short. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files work, strife, poverty. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes. 2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me. That's okay. We all do.
Like a fan of girls, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extreme. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, Most are accompanied by a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop show staples. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected look. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone. It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things.
Your secret is safe with the rotten cabbage of papers in your hand. Writing covers almost all the pages. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now. It's proving to be harder than expected. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy paper. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones, you don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. The rest of the stinking cellulose, it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the something rattles inside, and something small inside. Light, made of the plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. With your hands, U4 sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board. The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned. The slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, the two ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flower, familiar handwriting lines the inside of a young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will throw it away, please. A merciful wind blows in from the Bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. Your hands shake, holding on to it. Every morning when I step out and every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. You jam the compartment shut. It's hard to breathe. The air in your lungs feels sour somehow. It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Oh boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed away mug that you dug out of the garbage? If you want to earn some change by guilting people, an intricate web of blue lines, it still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night's gone. For you to discover, someone who knows about history could tell. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of a scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you.
Alright, ready?
The dashboard lights up with orange glow, like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning. The lights unfold with a little click, casting electric.
There you go.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permit arson, petty theft, spousal abuse, handwritten logs on dozens of investigations date back to January 51, stamped case files, commit. You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. Arson, petty theft, spousal abuse. You don't exactly close them. So thin. See the rest of the stink. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line, the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio wave.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57.
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You've got this. You're a cop, and cops...
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? 10-18, state your message, sir. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request.
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just...
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. He says it's important.
He isn't getting arrested.
Request denied, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. 10-9. Over. 10-4. Message received. This is a very serious situation.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his...
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over. You mean your partner?
What is he saying?
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Wittmar, sir.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective. Defend yourself. Immediately, they're laughing at you.
He says this has probably happened to other police.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be...
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation.
Mullen dicked us.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick,
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
He asks you to please stop.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry.
He's not replying. Looks 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New Heights even for...
Ask him. Ask him.
Sergeant Person wants to know.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Lying over the phone, it's easy.
He says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it and fast. We can't have...
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further assistance. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. Be smart about this.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. Ten-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold and you're useful for opening. The handles are long and you can do good. It's robust. What lets you see the pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on.
Received. Hold on.
Lieutenant Gitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaikan. Yes, hello? Oh, right. How...
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. No, not me. What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the union already knew about the court. No one calls the police. The union would get angry. You know, what the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Legally, no. In reality, yes.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to tell you, officer. I didn't call you because I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. With the union. I'm sorry about that. No, sorry. I don't. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone, or the one on...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. No, I don't know. It wasn't me. I haven't been out there since. I was terrified of the stench, and... Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. You told me back in the whirling. Oh.
Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in the RCM and end up buried in them as well.
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and... You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic. Me neither. No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like, it almost looked like you pawned it. But believe me, I did not ask. Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on, the disco things. Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective? I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
No, she doesn't have a problem with you. It must be someone else she's angry about. Trust me, you wouldn't want to be the... No, you're the guy. You're Lieutenant Love, matchmaker extraordinaire. Help the poor girl out, lest she turns into a spinster. Not a spinster. You have to intervene on behalf of the international lavatory. Think you can do that, Lieutenant Love? You're just a gimp. What?
Phone was dominated by the other party. Anything else, officer? 7, over.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on. As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is, Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman...
Ah, Martinez. Let me see. Right here. Oh yes, Coal City.
There are many of them, and they are the first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and there are so many, it's hard to count. The last row has 3, but that's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. Wow, more than 200. It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for. Yes. Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Let's not get into it now. Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal paper.
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there. The trash collection service, CS Municipal.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves it. Thank you anyway.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene. Yes?
Let's see what Kuno talking about. Little rude self.
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks? Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. Shitload, pig.
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fucking's got one big thick. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a jack. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea. Yeah? That shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about... You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the... Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peeper, Kuno.
Yes, this troubadour has it.
Kuno's fucking. Kuno uses the fucking for target practice. Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that... You heard Kuno? Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't I don't know. Some fucking... Mesk or I don't know.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science fiction.
Why you gotta be riding Kuno's ass? You haven't been where... You wanna know where Kuno was? You wanna...
Don't tell him that!
It's not fucking lame. Kuno's building Kuno City.
Lame!
That's the name of Kuno City, bitch. Get the fuck off Kuno's back. This shit ain't about that. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty coon.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
The fuck about it? You're testing.
Get lost.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, pig. The fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got the...
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did,
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get...
yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be the fuck a mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again?
No! You don't mess with the TV.
Yeah, but
Back out and take your fat ass with you.
look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a...
The lieutenant
It's a trap, Kuno.
Don't know. Keep that guy...
Kipped is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Erie-Opagite descent.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her.
That's just some shit.
There it is. That strange feeling again. As if there was more than meets the eye about that pile of roofing material.
In an eye.
They're trying to make you feel...
You glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack. Yes,
That's just some shit.
there it is. That strange feeling again. As if
The fuck are you talking?
Trying to get you to talk gimp, Kuno. Don't...
The fucking well. The fuck?
They're trying to make you feel...
you glance again at the roofing material in front of the shack.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Yeah? Yeah, whatever. Kuno's Kuno pig? The fuck are you calling a third?
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's going to put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Run!
Help! He's got the Kuno help! Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your...
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cabbage of... Without resistance or sound, the two panels moved against each other. The compartment is now open. Inside, you see two thin wax paper has been glued. It smells. A touch of cinnamon. Familiar hand. A young woman. Harry. It begins. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every step I take, it grows. You. Every step I take will get love. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No. Hold on. To what? The
Detective.
Oh, I never got to that.
There is nothing. Again. Nothing sad, brother. No treachery. Just, well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still
The cool. What?
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy. It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No.
Yes, they're pouring.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is...
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water, some of it spilled.
What happened? You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. 10 minutes, maybe. Good. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonus.
It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board. The acidic stench, you know, like the bits they put into public piss bowls. If you knew it was dunked in the toilet before getting chucked into the trash. So you wanted to get in on the trash toilet stink collab. Find out what happens. Your nose is somewhere between. It's the ledger you found. A bunch of sodden paper, arson, petty theft. There is, sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It will do, barely. Onto the paper with a brush. Inspect the get the body. Interview the It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out of place. A satisfying slash sounds across things to be done and things already done. The composition of...
No, actually. Any ideas? Great. That's great. That's actually... I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Yes? What do you want to know? It's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. There was some interest in this case at my station, but not for the reasons you have in mind. You seem to wish there was a... Excellent. Was there anything else? Ah, yes. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. And then, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of...
Just to be clear, we are police officers. It's our job to find the killer. That's the case. Uncover and arrest the killer. I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing...
His disdain is clear.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. Better still than an imbecile cop-off. What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of... I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to...
So, he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
A good joke.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
It's good we said this thing. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end. Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Focus on other people's troubles, not your own.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports.
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should... But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave.
Silence. The air between them. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while. God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate downturn when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority. They stop competing for resources. The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory. It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? Go right ahead. You may be a cop.
Lieutenant Kitsaragi's stern expression remains unchanged. Not a lot of moral fiber on this one yet.
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so the strike? Oh, they've been at it for a while. A month, 2 months maybe. But the apples. Yeah, apples.
He's given you the runner